know, kid, they get the age and all them driving through something or soup or something like that. Well, he's wearing 10 though, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm wrong. Maybe that's my kind of coat. I don't know what kind of coat it is. Fine, thank you. Let him come down. He needs long. That's the way tennis shoes on it. Talking to Shane and that Shane? Yeah. Should have sit well. Should have sit well. Probably what he did. Works at the hospital. I'm going for a time. I'll probably talk about it. Because wrong again. Junior. Oh, yeah? Yeah. She said, really? Big for April? 37's the number we're having trouble with now. Can't get past 37. Pressure's a little bit too much. So they don't have to walk in this year. I would say 5 to 10 minutes tops. That's what I can tell you. Terry was playing games. Yeah. Because if you're just watching, you watch the ball, right? Self-explanatory, but passes, you'll get it. Yeah. That's it. Good shot here. correct if I hit, but I got some of them on that. I know it's going to be Parkman, Matthews, Greg for sure.
Aaron was just cancer came for a second.
Oh, I wonder where my wife's at.
She was in there taking your seat.
So she is in there?
She was here. No, I told her she was there.
I can't imagine she's still in there. She told me to bring her water. Well, that's where she's at. Is my wife in there?
I think so. But I say she was up there.
You guys gonna be camera shy?
She told me to bring her water.
Us?
Jeffrey Hunt. Just got beat on give and go like for about 80 feet.
That's not enough, I get more. Huh? One more? Just one? Chair. Okay.
Did you put it down, sir?
Sorry. How are you?
What's up, bud?
You alright?
Yeah, how you doing?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah. they wanted us to promote our kids coming, more kids coming to the game. So I bought them pizza and got them t-shirts. I haven't seen a single minute of the game yet. I just told myself, I'm done. I'm watching the varsity game. I didn't see the other two.
Gotcha.
But no, it's going well.
Good deal. Move it. Oh. What are you doing? Yeah, whatever. You're right. I forgot. Move stop. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. He was always there. He's not going to mess this up.
Sure, we found it. I didn't research either because I created that one.
Best news of the day, Sarah. Doesn't look like overtime. 29 seconds left. Right. A lot worse. We've seen it. The ball inbound get a little worse. Kick us in, please. Thank you. You have an interview thing? We do not. Unless did Jason Dilly send one in? He didn't do it, right? He didn't do this week. There's something. He didn't do one this week. It might have been leftover. How much is it? Okay, we'll do it at the half. We'll do it at the half.
AVC Sports and FM 97.7 present high school basketball on WILE, Byesville, Cambridge. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
Good evening, everyone. It's tip-off time. Welcome to the basketball season. Boca Fury John Valentine at Gene Ford Gymnasium tonight for the opener for the Bobcats and the visiting Zanesville Blue Devils. Good evening once again, and you're listening to our pregame show brought to you by Valentine Insurance, and lots to talk about as we get to start the season. Seems like we just finished football season.
Well, we did, and it was a pretty rough season, but it's time for basketball now. Cats are coming in pretty excited, man, coming off a 16-win season. Home opener against an all-time rival in Zanesville, and looking forward to seeing what they can do after a 16-win season.
Opened the season with a rivalry. That's got to be tough for both teams.
Yeah, because you don't have your sea legs yet, right? And though Zanesville struggled the last 7-8 years, haven't really had a winning season in 8 years, I believe. So, that, and they don't play each other as much as they used to. They're not in the same league anymore. So it is nice to at least have that one game against each other. But, yeah, starting out the year with a bang, buddy, with the rival right off the get-go.
The Bobcats lost a big piece of the puzzle last year in Josiah Barnett, who graduated with over 1,000 points. His name is littered about all the career and season records for three-pointers and steals and you name it. But they have a guy coming back whose name is on that list a lot as well.
He's on a lot of those categories, but Garrett Carpenter is certainly going to be a difference maker throughout the season, and has been every year he's been playing for the Bobcats. So not just as a three-point shooter, but he's so quick and he's got good hands, and he can get to the ball, get to the rim, and make outside shots too. But where he's going to have to step up his game is in that leadership role, because as you mentioned, losing Barnett, not only do you lose a 1,000-point scorer and a guy that filled every single category every single night, but you lose that leadership too. And from that ball handling standpoint, somebody's going to have to step up. So look for Carpenter to take a little bit more leadership role, but somebody else is going to have to step up, take some pressure off of him as well.
He can shoot the three as he did a year ago, setting records for single season threes. He's number 4 all time on the career three-pointers list. His three-point percentage shooting a year ago was higher than anybody's ever before, just under 50%, 46, 47%. Can he do better than that?
Well, and for this career, he's almost 44%. So, yeah, he got off last year, started off with a bang. He was over 50% a lot of the season. But, yeah, he's going to have to be able to continue that, because he's going to have to carry this Cats team.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to do that this year with one less weapon. And Barnett drew a lot of attention from defenses last year. Can Carpenter do that this year without that other guy? He's got a couple of guys that can help him. Mason Gregg can shoot it. Yep. He can take it to the hoop a little bit. Those guys are the ones that are going to have to step up and take some pressure off of it.
Definitely. I mean, the Cats are returning 3 starters off a 16-win season. I mean, OVAC champs certainly has some success in Coach McCourt's opening year, but those guys are going to have to produce a little bit more to make up for a 1,000-point score. But Cats are going to obviously use a lot of the weapons that they have from last year, but there's going to have to be a couple other guys that step up and fill some of those roles.
You're listening to our pregame show brought to you by Valentine Insurance. Stay tuned, Bobcats and the Blue Devils. More coming up right after this.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Vicon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember, Vicon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today, feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Gene Ford Gymnasium for our season tip-off game of the week. You call it what your big game, the big house game. Bill Fury, John Valentine here tonight. Welcome to Round Ball as we get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by Sarah Wickham State Farm. For the Bobcats, as you said a moment ago, JV, three of the same guys from a year ago. Garrett Carpenter, 6-foot senior. Mason Gregg, 6'1 senior. He grew an inch this year. Joined by Rylan Matthews, a 6'1 senior. And then they will be joined by Camden Lauer at 5'10, a junior, and Austin Jenkins, 6'1 senior as well. Bobcats, couple of new faces, but they've been in the program a while. Everything should be copacetic, right?
Yeah, Lauer got pretty good playing time last year, early in the season when Barnett sat out a little bit, and as the season went on, he can handle the ball out front. He can also shoot the ball and get to the rim too. Jenkins, even though he's the biggest guy on the floor, he likes that outside shot.
For the Blue Devils tonight, C.J. Whitfield, 5'11 senior, Luca Wood, 5'11 junior, Mason Schauger at 6'5, and a senior, Quinnell Angler, 5'11 junior, and Marius Jackson, 6'2 senior. A lot of seniors on this Blue Devil lineup.
Yeah, three starters that are seniors, and have got a lot of work over the last couple of years. Interested to see what Coach Harris has up his sleeve tonight. He's obviously struggled in his first 4 years, and not having more than 8 wins. However, last year was his best year with 8 wins. So interesting to see how they build upon the success that he's trying to build there.
Bobcats and the Blue Devils met once a year ago at Zanesville, and the Cats won that game, 52-37.
Yep.
So a pretty big win for the Bobcats on the road. Got to defend the home court tonight, and we've already said a couple of times, this is one of the largest crowds I've seen in this gym in a long, long time.
Well, it's funny how that works, right? You start winning games and people get excited about it again, right? It's certainly contagious, and it wasn't that long ago when we first opened this gym that it was sold out, and you had to have a ticket to get in. You had assigned seats, and So it'd really be nice to get back to Bobcat basketball like we remember it.
What do you think are some of the keys to the game tonight? All of our starting keys are brought to you by TK Auto Service. What are the TK keys to the game, JV?
You know, I think you mentioned it kind of earlier, first game jitters. I mean, that's going to be a big piece of it, trying to get your legs underneath you early in the season. Zanesville probably going to turn up the pressure a little bit, so Cambridge is going to have to take care of the ball. And that's a huge issue for Cambridge anyway coming in because you lost your point guard, a guy that could handle that ball. So I think limiting turnovers if you're Cambridge is going to be a big piece of it, and then just trying to learn the pace of the game. You've had a couple scrimmages, but learning the pace of the game for 4 quarters is a little bit different than scrimmaging.
Yeah, who do you think are going to be those guys for the Bobcats that are going to have to take on the brunt of that ball handling?
Well, Lauer's the big one. I mean, they're going to move Carpenter into more of a point guardish role like Josiah was, but Lauer is going to have that ball in his hands a lot. And, you know, with today's offenses in basketball anyway, you really don't have a 5 and a 4 and a 3. Everybody's a 2, right? So you move the ball around. Everybody's got to be able to possess the ball and move it and take care of it. That's the key. But Carpenter will have the ball in his hands a lot, and Lauer will be the second guy.
You know, Zanesville's always loved playing man-to-man defense, and, you know, Coach McCourt for the Bobcats said to me before the game, he said, we expect them to come out and pick us up baseline to baseline. We're prepared for that, but we can't get anybody in foul trouble.
Well, and knowing what Cambridge lost coming in, Coach Harris sees that, and he says we have to be able to speed them up a little bit and try to get some turnovers, especially early on the road. If you can get a team behind the 8 ball early, that's only going to be to your benefit. But, you know, and when you're not the most explosive team on an offensive end anyway, you got to speed the game up and try to get some turnovers and make it more of a sloppy game.
Bobcats made a record 227 3-pointers a year ago. Starting 5, there isn't a guy out there that won't put it up.
Oh, they're definitely going to still jack it up.
They're still going to jack up some threes, so you can expect that to be part of the key of the game right there. Both teams have finished their warm-up on the floor. We hope we got you warmed up as well. Just about ready for tonight's national anthem, brought to you by the Byesville VFW, post 3760. Packed house.
Pet band in attendance tonight. A lot of blue out there. Student section is all fired up. They got some free pizza tonight. They got some free T-shirts tonight.
Goodness. They told them it was a blue out. Got that, and we got some light sticks going too.
Well, we have some shirtless fans down there.
If my granddaughter Callie is watching, she's probably excited about those light sticks. Wants to know where you can get one of those. Christmas is coming, honey.
That's right. Don't you worry. Grandpa will take care of you.
Once again, our national anthem brought to you by the Byesville VFW and post 3760, and the Cambridge Band in the house tonight.
Yeah, Pet Band should be here every game. You remember how rocking it was back in the day when packed house and the band fired up. Only gets the kids more excited.
I think somebody's going to sing for us. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we'll get somebody score side to.
I do see that. And it's nice. We got the motorized flag dropping from the ceiling again. The last couple of years, they couldn't find the part to be able to get that to lower. So now they must have found it somewhere out there in the internet world.
I thought there was a little guy up there that did that.
It might be.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
Lainey Olson, we've heard her before.
Lainey Olson, nice job, Lainey. And yeah, just getting better and better. Man, there's nothing quite like the season opener. All the positive hopes and dreams of all the teams and the parents and the fans. And
you know, and I was, as the national anthem was going on, I just happened to look down at the players and just had thoughts back to that senior year. I'm looking at the seniors, and they were smiling and they were excited. You could see it in their eyes that you only get one chance to finish out that senior year, one last home game opener as a senior, and I just looked in their eyes, and you could tell that they were pretty excited as well.
Starters again tonight for the Blue Devils, taking the court now in the road blue uniforms. C.J. Whitfield, number 0. 2, Luca Wood. Number 5, Jason Schauger at 6'5", and a senior, Quinnell Angler, 5'11" junior, and the Marius Jackson. And now the Bobcats. Now I can see those white sticks. Getting everybody excited about it now as they introduce the Bobcats on the floor. Garrett Carpenter, Mason Gregg. Well, they turned all the lights out on partner. Rylan Matthews. We talked a little bit about the keys to the game, but certainly for the Bobcats, who are a bit shorter tonight than the Blue Devils, they're certainly going to have to pay attention to the boards.
Well, yeah, for sure. That's definitely something that, as you know, over the years, that's something that I preach anyway, putting a body on somebody and getting in position to get some rebounds. But certainly when you're Cambridge, when you like to speed things up and get up and down the floor anyway, being in position to be able to get a rebound to start that fast break sure is important.
Cam Lauer getting the start tonight for the first time in a varsity game. Well, last year he played a couple of times, but, I mean, you're a year older. There's a lot on his shoulders tonight to step up and play well.
Yeah, and he's going to be a big piece of it, and so is Austin Jenkins. Austin Jenkins, even though, again, he's a bigger body, he's going to have to use that body in some of these games inside. But, yeah, Cam Lauer, look, he's a good player. He handles the ball well. He can put the ball in the hole as well, and he can get to the basket. So I don't think nerves is going to be too much of an issue for Cam.
Listen to tonight's game on WILE 97.7 and streaming video on YPRtv. It's about ready to kick up the 25-26 season. A lot of blue and white in the house tonight.
Yeah, Fitchell's going to have to wait for a little bit.
Hey, Carpy's going to have to jump 0 versus 0.
There you go.
Did we flip a coin and say we're going to have the two short guys jump or what? Huh? Whitfield at 5'11", Carpenter at 6 foot. I haven't seen this in a while.
No.
Maybe it's just by number.
New rule this year in Ohio high school basketball.
Yeah.
Lowest number has to jump.
Ready to get things going. Up, tap. Whitfield got a good piece of it, and the Blue Devils will control. Cats will extend man-to-man pressure out near half court. Whitfield. Schauger. Back to Whitfield under the baseline and back out on top. Wood to the hoop. Double pumps it off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Carpenter. Pushed it up ahead to Mason Gregg. Man-to-man pressure. Carpenter through a double team. Swings it back around. Gregg will take the three. Cha-ching! 3-pointers brought to you by Allen Hunter State Farm.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about Mason Gregg being afraid to shoot the ball. He shot 37% in his career, 37% last year as well. He'll fire it up.
Schauger posting up, got the foul call. That one on Lauer will be his first, and it's something the Cats are going to have to be paying attention to. With a lack of depth, you can't get in foul trouble. Schauger unable to connect on the first free throw of the season. 3-0 Bobcats in the first minute of play from Gene Ford Court. Second one, Schauger in and out. Box out, well done by the Bobcats. Rebound by Gregg.
And here is that full court pressure you had mentioned before.
And the Cats turn it over. Couple guys jumped him right at the half-court stripe, and nobody came and helped him.
Yeah, got exactly what you wanted if you're Zanesville. Speed them up a little bit and get them out of their comfort zone and throw it away.
A minute in. Wood out on top. Left side now to Jackson. Whitfield behind the back, lost the handle. Bobcats will steal it right back. Up ahead, Jenkins. Back to Carpenter. Doubling him every time he touches it.
Oh, yeah.
Lauer between the circles. Left side, Jenkins, deep three. Rims it in and out, loose ball on the floor, picked up by Lauer, feeds it down low. Carpenter leans in, puts it up and in. Not used to seeing him playing in the paint.
Nope.
5-0 Bobcats.
He's quick enough to be able to be smart enough to get to the hole.
Schauger, three-pointer answers. Maybe 6'5", but he likes that shot. Carpenter. Lauer knocked out of his hands. Up ahead, Whitfield will not chase that one down, and it will go back to the Bobcats off the steal. 5:57 left, opening period, 5-3. Bobcats on top. Your Surgeon Construction scoreboard update.
Turnovers for each, 2 turnovers for each team so far. As we said, probably a little bit nervous, moving a little bit quick.
Carpenter trying to backdoor pass that one to Jenkins, stolen away. Schauger will run it up the left side. Had the ball knocked out of his hand. Coming back the other way with Lauer. Both teams a little jittery here early. Matthews for the Bobcats, left wing. Jenkins back to the top of the key, looks to swing it over to Carpenter. 5.5 left. And the opener. Gregg left open for three. He'll pump it again. In and out and back in. Cha-ching. Gregg is a streaky shooter.
Absolutely. If you can remember last year, there were games he was just knocking it in from all over the place.
Whitfield down the lane. The runner banks off the glass. No good. Carpenter with the rebound. And the Cats lead it by 5 with the ball. Lauer. One-hand pass knocked out of his hand, and he'll lose that one back to the Blue Devils with under 5 to play.
Yeah, big part of the game. You're going to have to take care of the ball.
Angler, his floater down the lane, no good. Again, Carpenter clears it out. Up ahead to Gregg. He'll stop, take another three. Feeling it! Cha-ching!
3 for 3. Pretty good way to start your senior season, buddy.
Yeah, Coach Harris saying, let somebody step up and guard that guy.
Right.
4.5 left, 11-3 Bobcats. Wood off the dribble. Kicks it to the corner. Schauger cut off on the baseline, back out on top to Wood. Off the dribble, penetrates, left hand, this one goes.
Yeah, too easy for Wood there with the left hand taking them to the hole.
Full court pressure. Bobcats get it into Lauer. He'll race it up the top of the key, kick it to the corner. Matthews, back to Carpenter. Deep three, right side. Cha-ching! Wow. 4 early threes for the Bobcats. They lead it 14-5. Shot by Angler down the lane. That one pops in and out. Cats will walk it back up. A little more than halfway through this opening period. 14-5 Cambridge. Jenkins, backdoor cut. Wide open look. Lauer will lay it in, and a timeout taken by the Blue Devils. 3:34 left here in the opening period. 16-5 Bobcats. We'll keep it here and let you know some of the sponsors helping us do this game tonight. Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Bicon Services, and Great Clips.
Yeah, Cam Lauer's had a couple opportunities like that to sneak to the basket and get some easy buckets. That time, somebody found him, but he's going to have to, once he makes those cuts or once he passes the ball away, you cut to the hole and keep an eye on the ball. That might find you.
16-5, Bobcats on top. All of our scoreboard updates brought to you by Surgeon Construction tonight.
Trayvon Alexander in for the game for the Cats, replacing Lauer. 4 turnovers for Cambridge so far in this first period.
And
3
4
for Zanesville. Yeah, well, that certainly makes up for having 4 turnovers.
The way they're tickling that twine, they might have to replace the nets at halftime. Bobcats picking up near midcourt. Into the game, Jordan Cooley. And he'll take that shot, top of the key. Cha-ching. Cooley off the bench. Drains a 3 ball. Full court pressure. Bobcats get it to Carpenter. He'll get it across the timeline to Jenkins. Back to Carpenter. Deep 3. And that one an air ball. He was standing on the Coach Ford signature when he shot that one. Hey, you're open, you take it, right?
Yeah, he was definitely
open. I asked
open.
Coach McCord, I said, are we extending the range a little bit this year? He just smiled.
Oh, you know he is.
Maddox Moeller into the game for the Blue Devils as well. Zarian Bryant with the ball now down the lane. 5-for-5 switch, actually, for the Blue Devils. And the kick out stolen by Jenkins. And the Bobcats will push it up again. Back to Carpenter, down the lane. His runner went to the left hand, and they're going to call the foul.
Oh, wow.
He got away with that one.
Bailed him out for sure.
Foul on Wood. And Carpenter will go to the line and shoot 2. Pretty good free throw shooter a year ago. And gets things started off here, shooting 100% on this season.
Can't make them all if you don't make the first one.
That's right. Luca Wood steps out. Whitfield back in. 2:41 left here, opening period. 17-8, make it 18-8 as Carpenter drills 2 of them. And he's got 7 points early. Whitfield to the foul line. Back out to Norris. Into the corner. 3 ball. Cooley. That one off the mark. Tapped around, and the Cats will control it. Gregg with the rebound. Alexander. Now back to Carpenter, left side. Jenkins down the lane hard to the right hand. Tried to scoop it up and in, not there. Cooley will rip it and run. His pass to the corner, tipped by Carpenter, but Moeller will control it. Back to Whitfield, top of the key. Little fake, go left to the corner. And a 3-pointer by Norris off the mark, and the Cats will pull it and push it again. Jenkins up the right side. Feeds Carpenter on the breakaway down the lane. His floater will send him to the line again. We wondered who was going to take over for that drive to the hoop after Barnett last year seemed to be the guy going to the basket all the time. Tonight, the Cats have had several guys do that.
Yeah, and again, we mentioned earlier, several that could have done it and didn't do it. So anytime you pass the ball away, cut to the hole, because the defense is focused on the ball, you might slip right in there. Good job by Carpenter taking it to the rim.
And he drills another 2 from the free throw line. 9 on the night for him. And the Bobcats lead it 20-8. 150 and counting. Whitfield stops. He'll pop the 3. Short of the mark. Rebound to Lauer. And he'll turn and push it up the left side. Square it up in the middle of the court. Kick out. Alexander passed up a 3. Cats will swing it to the right wing. Back to Carpenter. He'll square up and shoot it. And
wow.
Touching. When it's going, it's going.
Well, you could just see that thing wanted to go in so bad, it hit every part of that rim.
Cooley trying to answer. That 3 off the mark. Battle for the rebound. The Cats control it. Matthews up the left side. Lauer will stop and shoot. Touching. It's contagious.
That 3-point line has changed the game, hasn't it?
6 in the period for the Bobcats,
wow.
and they lead it 26-8. Can only shake your head, right?
Yeah.
Cooley, he'll take this one to the hoop, kick it out. 3 ball by Bryant. It is good.
Nice shot by Bryant. Had plenty of time to set his feet.
Trying to calm things down a little bit. Carpenter up ahead. Lauer bumped a little by Moeller. Back to Carpenter on the left side. Cross to Alexander. Back to Carpenter with 30 on the clock. 26-11. Carpenter off the hesitation to the hoop. Off the glass. No good. Pretty good contested basket there. Cooley will pull it and try to take it right down the middle. Kick out to the corner. 3 ball by Norris. Off the mark. Bobcats had the rebound, then lost control of it. Alexander goes to the floor. They'll tie it up, and the arrow will favor the Bobcats. Whew. I expected the Cats to take some threes tonight, but I didn't think they'd come out and knock them down with this proclivity. I got my thesaurus out tonight, too.
Boy, I hope. Don't ask to spell that one.
Carpenter against Norris across the timeline. A lot of contact, no call. Three-pointer at the back buzzer will not count. But the Bobcats will enjoy a huge first quarter lead, 26-11. We'll step out. More basketball action on 97.7 and YPRtv coming up right after this.
Is built to take you anywhere with just 18,000 miles and a soft top perfect for open-air freedom. Equipped for both off-road thrills and everyday comfort, this Bronco is ready for whatever the road brings. Don't wait. Vehicles like this don't stay long. Visit Doane Ford today and take the 2022 Bronco Badlands for a spin. Your next adventure starts here.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at Gene Ford Gymnasium. Tonight's score, 26-11 after one period. Scores all updated tonight by Surgeon Construction. Alan Hunter, State Farm sponsoring our three-point shot tonight. Cats in that first period knocked down 6 Alan Hunter threes. The Blue Devils had 3 of their own, but those 3 paled in comparison to how the Bobcats drained it from everywhere, JV.
Yeah, 6 for 8 from beyond the arc, 75% for the Cats. You can shoot 75% in a game, in a quarter. That's why in the heck you got 26 points, buddy. That was a pretty exciting first quarter.
Carpenter with 12, including 4 at the line, 9 for Mason Gregg on 3 threes. Lauer chipped in 5 for the Bobcats. Blue Devils with the opening possession. Starters back on the floor for them. Jackson in the paint, back out on top to Wood. Running the baseline, Jace Hicks, and shot by Wood, no good, and the Cats unable to control the rebound. We'll go back to the Blue Devils. Baseline left side. Wood trying to get free. Rebound or inbound stolen away by Lauer. Up ahead, Carpenter. Back to Lauer. Behind the back, trying to get space. Nothing going there, and they'll reset out on top. Garrett Carpenter with the ball. Against man-to-man pressure. Lauer steps out. His 3. Cha-ching! The lefty can knock it down.
I told you he wasn't afraid to shoot the ball.
Inside feed. Off the back of the glass by Angler. Cats again, give him one and done. Good rebounding night so far for the Bobcats. Lauer tries split defenders. Swings it left side. Carpenter, deep 3. Rims in and out. Rebound, stick back. Good. Matthews' first bucket of the night, cleans up the glass. Cats lead it by 20.
The only person inside the paint. That was an easy put back for Matthews.
Foul by the Bobcats. And Lauer, I think, picked up number 2. Only fouls on a Bobcat tonight. 2 on him. He'll sit down. Jenkins back in. Bobcats also have A.J. Lawrence in the game now.
And maybe in the game for a little bit longer. Lauer's going to have to sit a little bit.
Wood takes the inbounds in the backcourt. Crosses over down the left side, splits defenders, takes it all the way to the hoop and lays it in again.
Yeah, that's his second one. Easy bucket going to the hoop. He's actually went to the hoop 3 times. Came away with 2 of them, just too easy.
Bobcats up ahead to Lawrence. They'll step out to double team him. He'll go to the hoop, have it knocked out of his hand. Schauger got a piece of that one, and it will stay to the Bobcats, leading 31-13. 6:21 left here in the first half. Jenkins for the Bobcats, baseline left side. Still looking, nobody there, and contact and a foul on the inbounds. They'll call Carpenter. Tried to shove his way through a pick, and the defender wasn't going to let him go. He knocked him down. His first. Team second in the period.
I was going to say it was the Cats' first out-of-bounds play. Wanted to see what kind of new out-of-bounds plays they've been working on. I don't think they worked on that one.
Lawrence shadowing Wood all over the place. He is the main ball handler. Whitfield trying to go behind the back, lost it on the floor. Couple of Cats went down after it, and they come up with it. Mason Gregg comes out of there with it. They'll double him. He'll give it up to Carpenter. Top of the key to the corner. Jenkins had a three, passed it up. Back to Matthews. He didn't look at a three, but Mason Gregg will from deep downtown. Cha-ching. I don't know, but I think he's perfect.
4 for 4, that is correct.
34-13, and that was from the paw. And Carpenter got caught on the reach in again. We said earlier the Cats aren't real deep on the bench, and you certainly don't want zero to get any any fouls.
No, you don't want anybody to get in foul trouble, but certainly not Carpenter. But that's 2 each for him and Lauer.
Third on the team. They'll lob it into Whitfield. He'll have to chase it down out on top. Carpenter steps out on him. Over to Angler. He'll step back, deep three. Back rim, and Mason Gregg will clear it out for the Cats.
That's Gregg's 4th rebound so far tonight, and you can see why. He had a nice box out there.
Carpenter on the crossover, takes it to the hoop. Scoop shot doesn't go. Cats will get another look at it. Back to Gregg, open again. He's always open. That one short of the mark. Back to Carpenter. He looked at a three. He'll take it now. Can't get that one to go. Schauger pulls it down and kicks it out to Cooley. 34-13 Cats. Cooley crosses over. Down the lane, left-hand runner, no good. Gregg with the rebound, tried to save it and bounce to Carpenter. Angler picks it up and he'll lay it in. His first bucket of the night, 34-15 Bobcats.
Yeah, can't get sped up there.
And Wood reaching around on Carpenter will pick up the foul, his second. So Carpenter will take a seat with 4:37 left. Alexander back in, and for the Blue Devils, Moeller will replace Wood. Cats again trying to contest full court pressure, and bound to Lawrence. Working against Moeller. Reverses it. Gregg up ahead. Jenkins, deep three left wing. Back rim. Loose on the floor. Blue Devils get to it first. Schauger out ahead to Angler. He'll take it all the way to the hoop. Bangs his way in there. And up and in off the glass. Second bucket of the period for him. And timeout on the floor. 4:18 left here in the opening half. 34-17. Bobcats on top. We'll take a 30-second break here on 97.7 and be back right after this.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at Gene Ford Court, scoreboard update brought to you by Surgeon Construction. Cats on top 34-17 on the strength of 8 3-pointers here in the first half.
And 5 good defensive rebounds by Mason Gregg, 4 by Rylan Matthews, 4 for Garrett Carpenter. They're actually getting some rebounds as well on the offensive end. You saw the one put back there by Matthews. Zanesville not shooting the ball particularly well, but both teams they're turning it over a lot too, 6 for each.
Bobcats without Carpenter on the floor. He's got 2 fouls, facing some full court pressure. A little more passive by the Blue Devils that time down. Alexander knocked out of his hand, still loose on the floor. Whitfield goes down and fights him for it and saves it to Cooley. Up ahead, Moeller. Back out to Whitfield. Baseline move. A lot of banging in there. That could have been a foul either way, but he goes right to the hoop and lays it in.
Nice strong move by Whitfield.
He just lowered his shoulder and went through the defender. Yeah. You could have called a foul on either one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Cats beat pressure again. Lawrence out to Jenkins. Bobcats have become a lot more passive here without shooting the ball, huh?
Well, I'm guessing that's why that timeout was called there by McCourt, because they were getting a little loose with those three-pointers when they don't need them. Look, you're up by 20. What in the world are we still jacking threes for? Run the offense, get some easy cuts. If you want to build a lead, build it by cutting to the basket and getting some cheap ones.
Carpenter steps back in. 3:26 to go off the dribble into a double team. Trying to feed it underneath. Matthews, stolen away by Angler. He'll race it up the left side, feed it to Schauger, three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Cats Carpenter, and over the back came Cooley. His first. Team second here in the second period, and Jackson will step back in for Schauger. Carpenter on the trigger, full court pressure coming up here with 3:10 to go in a half. And Alexander, one-on-one versus Angler. Up ahead, tried to spin away from a double team, got it over to Carpenter, and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, now you see why they're pressuring the ball so much. You miss Barnett in that backcourt handling the ball. Cats are really struggling with that, especially with Lauer on the bench.
Cats have only 4 fouls on the team, but 2 of them on Lauer and 2 of them on Carpenter. Under 3 to play, 34-19.
3 consecutive turnovers here by the Cats.
Wood back in the game, gets it to Angler, his 3-ball, cha-ching! And 1. Angler, 7 in the period, and looking for the 4-point play. Greg will step back in for Alexander. Blue Devils would love to get this thing into single digits after being down 20 in this first half. And that free throw gets it to 11. Greg in the backcourt. Up ahead, Jenkins feeds it down low. Matthews, ball never hit the floor, and Matthews lays it in.
And that's how you build the press. Nice ball movement all the way down the floor. That is the goal. You work on that in practice all the time. Let's get the ball in the hole without making it hit the ground.
Angler's kick out for a 3, no good. From the corner of Norris, rebounded by Carpenter. Swings it down to Matthews, to Jenkins. Trying to feed it down low to Carpenter. That ball tipped away, and Whitfield comes up with it. He'll push it the other way. He'll step back, take the 3, top of the key. That one off the mark. Lawrence will pull it down for the Bobcats, and Cambridge will try to slow things down here, but the Blue Devils won't let this pace get any slower, and Lawrence in the backcourt mishandles the ball yet again.
Right, relax. There's no reason to get in a rush. That's your 11th turnover already for Cambridge. So Zanesville doing exactly what we thought they would do. Pressure the ball when you know you have an advantage, and Cambridge is missing some ball handlers.
Bobcats are going to utilize another timeout, get things under control here. We'll thank some of our sponsors for tonight's stream here on YPRtv and on WILE 97.7. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln, and Nissan, Schreiber's Pharmacy, and Absolute One Window Tinting.
Cambridge still shooting the ball decent in the second period. The problem is they're just not getting as many shots off because they can't get it in the half court.
Yeah, some turnovers this period has certainly slowed things down. Cats hit a couple of early threes in the period to extend that lead. I think it was 34-13 at one time. But from that point on, the Blue Devils have gone on a 10-2 run.
Yeah, 5 turnovers for the Cats just in the last 2 minutes. I mean, at that timeout, 3.5 minutes left. There were 6 apiece. And geez, now they've got 11. Zanesville still with 6.
Blue Devils will take it out near sideline. Norris on the inbound. Has Whitfield in the backcourt. Now he'll take it and walk it across. 1-4 low. Angler steps up. They'll pick for him. He'll take it hard to the hoop, lay it off the glass and in.
Yep, I'd be doing that all day long with Carpenter with 2 fouls on him. He's going to have to be real careful not to pick up a third, take it right at him.
Angler's 10th point, all in this second period. Carpenter to Jenkins, cut to the hoop by Lawrence. He'll lay it up and good.
There you go. It's not difficult. Basketball hasn't changed that much. That you want to pick up easy baskets. That's how you do it.
Wood on the breakaway to the hoop. Blue Devils beating the Bobcats back down. Wood aggressive on the inbound. Didn't get called for that foul. Cats beat it up the floor. Matthews back to Carpenter, down the paint. Left-hand switch underneath the hoop, no good. And Jackson out ahead to Wood, trying to break the defense down, and Mason Gregg on the reach-in. And I thought Wood might have shuffled the feet before the reach-in.
That's Gregg's first, team's 5th.
Bobcats in the bonus here. 1-1 from this point on. Or 2 shots, I should say. And Wood doesn't connect.
Zanesville can get this to single digits by the half. They're going to feel pretty good about where they're at.
And the second one off the mark as well. Carpenter with the rebound. Up ahead, Matthews left open. He'll take it right to the paint. Double team down there, finds Carpenter in the corner. On the switch out, got Cooley on him. Big on little, but maybe a little quicker there. See if they switch back. 30 seconds left. Carpenter's going to stand out and hold it as the Bobcats lead this by 11. Now they will switch. Angler steps out. Carpenter feeds it back to Gregg. Chambers looking for the final shot of the half. 8 seconds on the clock. Gregg, 5, lost the handle, stolen away. Here comes Norris, lays it up and in at the buzzer. And with that shot, the Blue Devils get to within single digits. Heading to the halftime break. Bobcats leading the Blue Devils 38-29, but Zanesville making a push here in the second period, outscoring the Bobcats 18-12. Stay tuned. Halftime stats, scoring, and more coming up. Bobcats 38, Blue Devils 29. Back with more on 97.7 and YPRtv right after this.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
In sports, success is about team effort, and the same is true for your hair. At Great Clips, we save your haircut details in clip notes, so every member of the highly skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, Allwell.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back to Gene Ford Court. Halftime here in our game. Tipping things off on the season between the Bobcats and the Blue Devils, 38-29. Cambridge on top here as we hit the break. Cats led at 26-11 at the end of the first period, but the Blue Devils made a push in that second period, outscoring the Cats 18-12 to cut it down to single digits. We'll thank some of our sponsors for tonight's contest: Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, and Abel's Electric Heating and AC. JB, some of the things we talked about in the pregame certainly come to pass in that first half. Some jitters, both teams a little loose with the ball handling. I don't think either one of us expected Cambridge to come out and shoot as well early as they did, but that went a step or two too far, and they started taking shots that were maybe a bit outside anybody's range.
Yeah, still shot 57% for the whole half. 57% actually from beyond the arc, 56% from two. 75% in the first quarter. Obviously, that was a little crazy. 6 for 8, 2 for 6 in the second. You're going to be okay with that. Still shot the ball well, but didn't have as many shots because they couldn't get the ball across half court because of that pressure by Zanesville, which we expected. Again, coming in, it's not going to be hard to figure out based on your scouting and what Cambridge lost that what you want to do to try to defend it. So Zanesville did a great job of that. But what they also did was they started making some shots. They started taking the ball to the hole to be able to get some easy ones, with Wood picking up 2 easy baskets there in that second period, taking it to the rim. Cambridge got a little sloppy with the ball, not necessarily just in the full court, but also once they finally got excited and got a past half court, they still made some errant passes around the rim. So Cambridge's going to have to relax. They ended up with 12 turnovers in that first half compared to 6 for Zanesville. So Zanesville doing a pretty decent job handling the ball and shooting the ball much better. They shot 41% for the first half, 50% in the second quarter. So they settled in a little bit. Cambridge had not settled in a little bit, but boy, they came out firing.
They did that, indeed. Garrett Carpenter, 12 first half points, all of them in the opening period. Mason Gregg got the Cats off to the start, though.
Yeah.
Adrian, 3 first quarter threes, added another one in the second period. He's got 12, 2 for A.J. Lawrence, 8 for Cam Lauer, and 4 for Ryland Matthews. And the Bobcats hit 8 3-pointers in the first half, 4 of 4 at the free throw line, all of those for Garrett Carpenter. For the Blue Devils in the first half, led by Quinnell Angler. 10 points, all of his points came in the second period, including the free throw. 3 for Bryant, 2 for Norris, 3 apiece for Cooley and Schauger, 6 for Luca Wood, and 2 for C.J. Whitfield. So the Blue Devils knocked down 4 threes in the first half, but just 1 of 5 at the free throw line for Zanesville. And the Bobcats lead it by 9 as both teams back out, getting a couple of final shots in before we get things started. Your takeaway of maybe what both these teams talked about a little bit at halftime?
Exactly what our points were going to be. Listen, guys, you got to relax. Now, it should be a little bit better with Lauer coming back into the game, but Cambridge's going to have to take care of the ball. Maybe set some screens in that full court somehow to get a little bit of pressure off of the guy with the ball in the hands. But when they broke the full court pressure, they broke it by getting the ball to the middle of the floor. So emphasis on making sure that your spacing is good in that full court press and get to the middle of the floor. Zanesville, I think you just continue to push home. Listen, we're not in foul trouble. We only have one guy with 2 fouls, so keep pressuring the ball. But when we get it in the half court, relax, because they were a little edgy there in that first quarter, just bombing threes. Relax. Let's keep taking the ball to the hole and get Carpenter and their other ball handler, Lauer, with more fouls, and then put more pressure on them. Going to make it more difficult for them to break the press.
Starters back on the floor for both teams. You know, Garrett Carpenter a year ago, my takeaway was he had some spots in games where he would go ballistic and score 12 points in the quarter, but then the next quarter disappear.
Yep.
And without Barnett as the go-to guy this year as well, I don't think they can afford to have him take those breaks that he has.
Right, and as you mentioned, he was held scoreless in the second period tonight, 0 for 4. He did have some shots, but just didn't put any through the cylinder.
So the Cats with the 9-point lead and the ball to start things out here. Carpenter, Gregg, Lauer, Matthews, and Jenkins on the offense here. Left side, here comes the double team. Gregg has to give that one up, gets it right back on the left wing. Luca Wood with 2 fouls on him.
Yeah, Zanesville being real handsy.
Down low, Matthews takes it up and in, a nice feed that time for Gregg, and he'll get the assist. Cats back on top by double digits. Wood, little hesitation down the lane, kick out. Angler for 3, a brick off the right side. Gregg with the rebound at head. Lauer, he'll slow things down, hand it off down the lane to Matthews, or check that, back out to Lauer for 3, cha-ching. Carpenter finding him. Assist and tray, the Cats on fire again.
Yeah, you give Lauer a chance to set his feet like that, he's going to knock him down a lot of the time.
Whitfield hands it off, now Schauger with it at the foul line, in the paint. Short shot comes up on the front rim. Cats will clear it out of there. Matthews up ahead now, Lauer to the corner. Jenkins finds Matthews. Back to Lauer, and the Cats will reset. 6:36 left in the period. 43-29 Cambridge. Blue Devils yet to get the lid off here. Jenkins to Gregg in the paint, and his runner won't stay down. And the outlet stolen away by Lauer. Down low. Carpenter back to the corner. Lauer will take to the hoop. Floater short of the rim. Jenkins keeps it alive for the Bobcats. Rebound, kick out. 3-ball by Carpenter off the mark. Lauer, another offensive rebound. And he'll keep it alive, and the Cats will get a play on the baseline. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of action there.
A lot of looks for the Cats, but none of them went in. Carpenter with a wide open jumper from the wing. Jackson steps out. Norris back in the ball game defensively. Cats on the inbounds play, get it to Carpenter, and he'll lay it up and in. Nice play against that man-to-man pressure, 45-29. Bobcats score the first 7 points of the period. Cooley off the dribble to the corner. Norris to Wood. He'll try to penetrate down the paint. Fade away from 15 on the wing. Not there. Rebound loose on the floor. Cats pick it up, and they'll keep it in the hands of Gregg.
Yeah, Wood not real good with his right hand. I think Cats are starting to pick that up.
Double team. Gregg gives it up. Up ahead now, Carpenter. Lauer steps into a three. Cha-ching! His fourth three of the night. Angler trying to answer. Spin and a move in the paint, left it short. And Gregg, another rebound. 5-minute mark, 48-29. Cats almost got it back up to double digits again, or 20, I should say. Three-pointer no good by Carpenter. Back out to Matthews. His three off the mark. Angler will get this long rebound and run it the other way. Down the lane, big step to the hoop. Shot block. Cooley stands still three. Over the back of the basket, and a whistle. And a foul on Lauer, his third. 48-29 Bobcats. Blue Devils have not scored yet in this period.
You know, they've had plenty of shots at it, just not knocking them down, and several of them from inside the paint.
Whitfield on the trigger. Gets it into Wood. And stripped out of his hand, and they'll call the foul on Gregg. And I thought now they're going to say he was going up to shoot it. I don't know if he'd quite gotten into that rhythm yet, but Gregg picks up his second.
He definitely wasn't shooting it.
No. All right.
There you go.
Take him to the baseline.
Jeez.
Gregg kind of contesting that he couldn't see it from where he called it from. Angler in the corner, gives it back up to Norris. Norris, top of the key, back to Cooley, open for three. He'll step into it. Cha-ching.
Yeah, you just can't let guys that wide open.
My. Never had to leave his feet.
No.
Gregg up ahead. Matthews trying to feed it over to Jenkins, and he'll save it back inbounds to Cooley. Steal by the Blue Devils to Angler. Up ahead, Norris on the left wing. Almost halfway through the period, back to Cooley. Way outside the arc, off the dribble, takes it down the lane, and that will be a charge. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Lauer already with 3 fouls, had to take a chance there, but he'll pick up the charge. Cooley second, gives it back to the Bobcats. 4:08 left here in the third, 48-32, your Surgeon Construction scoreboard update.
Yeah, Lauer doesn't want to take too many of those from guys as big as Cooley.
Carpenter fouled from behind by Whitfield. And, you know, we talked before this game tonight about one of the points of emphasis this year, officials trying to keep hands off of players.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of hands-on in the game tonight, and that one got called.
Yeah, that's about the first one I think that's been called, because there's been a lot in the half court on in Zanesville on the defensive end, but just hasn't been called yet.
Whitfield trying to get one from Carpenter there, didn't get called. Up ahead, Jenkins three from the corner. Touching! Fans telling him, take it, take it, take it. He did. Wuka Wood with the left hand off the glass. Knocks it in on the breakaway. Cats didn't get back there. Carpenter races up the floor. and knocked out of his hand. They're going to say no, that he lost control.
Yeah, it looked like it was tipped as he
it did.
let go of it.
He shakes his head a bit, but the official points the other way, 51-34. Blue Devils off the turnover, chance to cut the lead a little more. Wood. So Whitfield back to Wood with 3.5 left. Off the dribble, penetrates, lost the handle, and back to the Cats.
2 turnovers apiece here in this third period.
Gregg trying to get it inbounds. Finally does to Matthews, who comes for assistance. Back to Gregg. Up ahead and across the timeline to Lauer. Bobcats still struggling with some of that full court quickness.
Sure are. But again, you didn't see anybody in the middle of the floor, right? That's where you have to be to beat that press.
Lauer. And a foul away from the ball. And that's going to be Whitfield's second. There's a hold, little hand check and hold.
Yeah, they must have forgot about the point of emphasis in that first half, so now they've reminded themselves at halftime.
Whitfield trying to keep Carpenter from cutting off a screen. He'll inbound it to Lauer. Gets it back. Deep on the left wing, off the dribble. Goes baseline, hangs in the air.
Nice
off
move.
the glass. And one.
Nice strong move by Lauer to take it to the hole. Got the defender on his hip. No reason to dish that off. Cambridge just turned it over a little bit, being too unselfish.
That one on Maddox. Sends Lauer to the line to shoot one. He's got 8 in the period, 16 on the night. And cannot connect there. Chases the rebound down, though, keeps it alive. Bobcats, and then gives it right back to Norris. Got trapped down there in the corner. Good hustle play, though, by Lauer. Cooley off the crossover, down the lane with the floater off the glass. No good. Rebound to the Bobcats. Jenkins. Over to Lauer. Cooley on him. Feeds it down to Jenkins. Runner. Oh, goodness.
You better be ready.
Lauer to Jenkins, and he just flipped it up and in. 55-34 Cambridge.
You're going to the hole. You better have eyes on the ball.
Yeah, I guess. Everybody's looking here. Whitfield trying to answer, and he'll head to the line. I believe Matthews might have gotten a hand in there this time. Yes. Rylan Matthews picks up his second. Bobcats third. And Whitfield to the line will shoot 2. And cannot find net on that one. A line change here.
Hicks, his first action tonight.
Hicks into the game. Bryant back in. Angler steps back in. We got a Moeller waiting at the scorer's table. Won't get in here. Ball tipped back out. Wood will control it. Kicks it over to Whitfield. He'll put it on the floor. Lost the ball there. Cats will come down with it, and Whitfield on the foul. His third quickly. He started this half with no fouls. Now has 3.
Yeah, 3 in the period. That's team's 4th. His third.
That's the team's 5th
as
well.
That's 5. Yeah, I've got 4 for some reason.
I've got a lot of fouls here, but I'm not keeping track of them close enough, apparently. That's going to send Carpenter to the line.
I think they've got 2, 3. Yeah, I've got 3 on us and 4 on them, but I must have missed one.
Carpenter to the line tonight, 4-4, gets 2 here, and stays perfect. What a nice, smooth rhythm he's got. Reminds me of him.
Yeah.
Not me, not you, him. Nice quick release. Follows through, all net. Kids, if you're watching at home, do it like that.
Absolutely. That's just called repetition right there.
2-minute mark, 57-34 Bobcats. Urgent Construction scoreboard update. Angler working off the dribble. Gives it back up in the corner, and now out on top to Wood. Wood off the dribble, penetrates down the lane. Floater, good.
Man, if I'm Coach Harris, I'm getting on Wood. Tell him to do that more often.
His 10th point of the night. Lauer across the timeline. Here comes the double team. Gives it up quickly. cut inside Matthews, knocked out of his hand. Back out to Gregg. Not letting him have the open look, are they?
No. He burned him 4 times in that first half.
Gregg hasn't scored here in the second half. 1:25, the Cats with the lead and the ball. Slowing it down a bit. Carpenter against Wood, pushed him away. No call either way. Back to Gregg. He'll take it all the way in. And they will call the blocking foul. Jace Hicks slid a little bit on that one.
Bailed Gregg out because he was not in position to be able to take a good shot at that one.
That was going to be a prayer. It got answered as he heads to the foul line. First free throws of the season for Mason Gregg. And cannot connect on his first one. Second one, and that one gets the roll. Bobcats 3 of 5 in the period at the line.
Cambridge
and
with the
just
timeout.
A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. This is a Zemba Company timeout. All of our timeouts tonight brought to you by Zemba. Whether we remember to say that or not, we've got a bunch of reads that we're trying to get used to here.
First game for us, too.
Hey, we're into it. I want to thank Great Clips, Bicon Services, Absolute One, Window Tinting, Shriver's Pharmacy, and Ohio Children's Trust Fund for their sponsorship tonight. You're listening to high school basketball on 97.7 WILE and watching the stream on YPRtv. 109 left here in the third period, 58-36. Bobcats exploded again to start this period, and first couple of minutes extended that lead again.
Yeah, shooting the ball pretty well this period and knocking down some free throws also, but taking care of the ball a little bit better here in the last several minutes of this third quarter.
Blue Devils also get Trent Spies into the game for the first time tonight. Wood between the circles, gives it up right side Angler. He'll go to the hoop. Ball blocked on the way in by Jenkins. Backcourt for the Bobcats up ahead now. Carpenter with under a minute to play here in the third. Cats leading 58-36. Let's see if they delay it a little bit. This looks like a little bit of a delay move here.
Yeah, no reason to be in a rush here, up by 22.
Gregg to Matthews, gets it back. Kicks it right side. Jenkins open for three. Cha-ching!
Unless you get a wide open three, then that all changes.
His second three of the period, 8 on the night. Wood down the lane, and Jenkins jumps in front of him. And we'll send him to the line.
Yeah, that's the difference with Wood. He's so quick with that ball, and to hit first step, man, Jenkins had no prayer to be able to contest that shot.
Luka Wood, just a junior. That was the team's fourth. They'll call that before the shot, so not going to the line yet. Angler in the corner, back out on top to Jackson. Off the dribble. Picked it up at the foul line, back to Wood. Alexander on him. He'll step up, take a deep three, tried to draw the foul, not there. Rebound by Carpenter, and he's knocked down. No call there, and that'll get us to the end of the period. A lot of contact in the last few seconds, but no change in the score as the Bobcats head to the fourth period in command, 61-36. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember, Bicon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Back at Gene Ford Court, fourth quarter about to begin. 61-36, your Surgeon Construction scoreboard update. Bobcats have led it at the end of every period, 26-11. 38-29 at halftime, and a 23-point third period puts them up 61-36. Blue Devils didn't score for nearly the first 4 minutes of that period.
No, they were, they turned the ball over a couple times, 4 turnovers in that period at the beginning, really. Cambridge playing pretty decent defense and just didn't get the shots that they were looking for, but when they did, they couldn't knock them down.
Bobcats knocked in another 4 3-pointers in that period. They just hand a ticket to somebody else. Cam Lauer knocked in a couple. Austin Jenkins, 8 points in the period. Just 4 for Garrett Carpenter, 1 for Mason Gregg. Luka Wood, top of the key, at the foul line. He will take a contested shot anyway. Ball tapped around on the rebound. Gregg comes down with it for the Bobcats. In the backcourt, now to Carpenter. Ahead to Lauer. Bobcats certainly am slowing the tempo down as much as they can here. Blue Devils have pushed him to run faster all night. Once they get in the half court, Cambridge has, at least in this half, has been a lot more patient.
Yeah, much better in the half court patient-wise, but only 3 turnovers.
Jenkins, cha-ching, turns around to his buddies in the stands and said, that's a 3 if you're scoring at home. Wood down the lane trying to answer, and he's going to get fouled, and we'll head to the line. Let's see who they call that one on.
I'd guess
Mason Gregg.
Gregg, yeah, because
his 3rd. And Luka Wood to the line. Luka tonight 0 for 2 at the line. And now 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's much better when he gets close to the rim.
Or moving. He needs to move around a little bit out there while he's shooting those free throws.
You're right.
10 on the night and make it 11 as he splits the pair. Lauer, Matthews, check that. Carpenter in the backcourt with Lauer. Back ahead to Carpenter, back now to Lauer, and he'll pull it back out between the circles. Under 7 to play. Cats showing some patience here. Lauer trying to dribble through a double team. Down the lane, kick out. Jenkins to Gregg, and they'll reset to Carpenter. 6.5 to go. And a lot of contact, and I think it hadn't been called consistently all night, but from this point on, you know Zanesville's going to be stepping up on you, trying to make you shoot free throws, extend the game, and that one on Jackson was his first, team's first of the period.
Again, that point of emphasis this year, trying to get away from too much contact, especially with the hands, but they are definitely going to call them a little bit with the body if you get an advantage as well.
Jenkins pulls Cooley out with him. Back to Carpenter. Lauer. Carpenter down the lane. Had the backdoor cut, kicks it out. Gregg 3. Front rims that one, didn't elevate. Left it short a little bit, but Matthews on the hustle play gives the Bobcats another possession. With the steal to Lauer. Now Gregg. Didn't press it. Taking time off the clock. Carpenter. And they'll call the hand check that time on Jackson, his second. 5:55 left in the game.
Yeah, a lot of time left.
Whitfield and Norris check back in.
You're going to keep fouling and putting Cambridge at the line. Boy, that's going to be a lot of free throws.
Carpenter to Lauer in the backcourt. Bryant steps out on him. Bobcats spread the floor, and Jenkins didn't look it in, went right through his hands and into the bench, and the Bobcats, after holding on to it for almost a minute, turn it over.
Yeah, Coach McCourt not real happy about that. Those long passes cross court with a guy that's coming away from the ball. That's pretty tough to handle anyway.
64-37, Luka Wood, top of the key. Slips past one defender all the way to the hoop, lays it up and in.
That's all he's got to do. Be aggressive, take it to the hole. He's pretty good once he gets inside that paint.
He wraps his arms around the defender pretty good and pulls his way through, too.
Sure does.
Uses every advantage he can. Got away with it there for an easy 2, 13th point on the night. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. 64-39 Cats. Gregg, little hesitation to the reverse layup. No good. Lauer tried to keep it alive and slapped it out of bounds and comes up limping. And I think he might have a cramp. Yep. So he'll step out. That's with 5 minutes to go. You know that the Blue Devils are going to be bringing the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see too many basketball players get leg cramps.
Not usually. He kind of landed a little goofy there, trying to get that rebound. So just a movement that he wasn't quite used to.
5:07 left here in the fourth period. Bobcats on top, 64-39. Blue Devils got to start getting some shots to drop for them. Bobcats trying to slow the pace down here a little bit. Norris steps up. Back out on top, Whitfield. Down low, Wood posts up. Fade away, kicks it in. Good. Wood showing some game all over the floor tonight.
Sure is.
Bobcats get it into Gregg, back to Carpenter. Norris at the timeline, waits for him there. Here comes the double team. Back to Carp, down the lane, to the hoop, and they'll call the charge. Yep. Moeller stepped over there and got in the way, and that's going to be Carpenter's third. Picked up 2 in the first half. That's the first one there, the player control foul.
Yeah, just got a little bit sped up and couldn't slow down a little bit to be able to control his body. That was an easy call for the official.
4.5 left. Blue Devils with another chance to cut the deficit. Wood against Alexander, crosses him over. Long, too good, just inside the arc. Wood starting to heat up. And a timeout taken by the Blue Devils. Just a 30. We'll keep it here and thank our sponsors for tonight's contest. Shriver Pharmacy, Dutra Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, All Well Behavioral Health Services, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, Great Clips, and Absolute One Window Tinting. I want to thank Erica for being on the camera tonight, doing a great job there in her first basketball experience on the camera, and Dalton, our erstwhile director, producer, equipment guy. He takes care of all of our problems.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
We're not smart enough to figure it out.
Yeah. Getting us connected, keeping us connected. We've been in and out a couple of times. Now, hey, if Jerry Boyer's still listening, Jerry recovering from a surgery there. We hope you're going to get back in action and get back in the gym tonight sometime soon. I'm sure he's wearing his Bobcat blue at home.
Sure he is.
Or maybe it's Labatt's blue. I'm not sure. Bobcats beating pressure up the right side and nearly throw it away. Whew. Carpenter keeps it alive, down to Jenkins, layup good. Cats dodge bullets there. They come up with 2 points. Moeller, kick out. Norris, 3. Whitfield over the back keeps it alive. Back to Moeller for another 3. Can't get that one to go. Knocked out of Gregg's hands, but kept alive by the Cats. Jenkins has it. Back to Gregg. Carpenter takes it right back to the hoop, lays it up, and good. Just his 6th point here in the second half. He's certainly happy to feed his teammates and keep them going.
Yeah.
Wood on the leaner, can't get it to go, and a foul called on Luka Wood is his 3rd. 3:21 left.
Alexander hit the court pretty hard there on that.
And Lauer's good to go. He's back in.
Probably a little frustration on Wood's part, but unfortunately Alexander was the brunt of it.
68-43. Cats will have the ball, the lead, and the arrow. So they clean up a little perspiration. Great crowd tonight. Got to see an exciting ball game.
Yeah. Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah. A lot of people in town for the holiday. Lauer in the backcourt through the double team. Gets it back, looking ahead. Skips it over the top to Matthews. Bobcats have done much better as the game's moved on against this pressure.
Yeah, been much more direct with their passing.
Carpenter down the lane to the right hand, lays it up and in. They open up the floor like that. Garrett Carpenter taking advantage of it. Luca Wood slips and falls and turns it right back over to the Bobcats. He hit a little bit of that perspiration, I'd say.
Yeah, it's about the right spot.
Line change for the Blue Devils. Angler, Cooley, Jackson, and Schauger back into the game. 2:50. Bobcats trying to negotiate the last 2+ minutes here and get their opener win of the season. Didn't mention it. Coach Wolf, as the Cats go down low, kick it out. Carpenter passed up the three. That's a rarity right there. Regardless of the score. Shows your seniors are paying attention. Huh?
Absolutely.
Coach McCourt last year was the first Bobcat coach to win 16+ games, as Carpenter can't connect there. In his first season since 1921 or something like that.
Whoa, just a few years ago.
A long time.
Foul on Greg.
And if the Bobcats hang on here, this is a significant win in Cambridge Bobcat history.
Rumor on the street, I heard that. Number 1,400, is that correct?
Yeah, in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Bobcats keep it alive. Jenkins handing off to Lauer, and Lauer thought the defender knocked it out of bounds, couldn't get the official to agree with him. Coach McCourt, a teachable moment right there.
So the Cats with 1,400 wins in school history. Not too many teams in the state of Ohio with 1,400 wins.
Jackson's three from the left corner, off the mark. Rebounded by Lauer and a foul by Angler.
Coach McCourt trying to get the crowd to wake back up.
Yeah.
Get them excited about win number 1,400.
I'm sure he's excited. I told him, I said, I want to see some air time. Typically, he'll get excited and get up in the air a little bit, but I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to him. I'm sure there was a couple of moments tonight. We'll have to look at the replay. Lauer in the backcourt against Jackson. Carpenter, and across the line now. Greg with it. Skips it back out on top. Cats playing keep away for a minute and a half. Fallon scoring tonight for the Bobcats as Lauer takes it down the lane. The left-hander switched to his right, couldn't get it to go. With 1:20 to go. Jackson to the left hand. Not there. And they'll have to call a foul on Maddox as he had Mason Gregg bent over. And the Cats will clear the bench with 1:13 to go. Leading by 27. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Well, certainly didn't see the Cats knocking down all those threes early. That's for sure. But yeah, you know, we were expecting Cambridge to play pretty well tonight and put it to the Blue Devils for win number 1,400, but certainly not this bad.
Yeah, Blue Devils with primarily senior-laden team. Bobcats with a few guys that hadn't experienced much varsity play at all, as Greg knocks in one and a second. 3 for 4 at the line tonight for Mason. He has 15. 16 for Lauer. Carpenter with 20. That's a pretty good three-headed monster right there.
Sure is.
Angler to Jackson. Tried to work his way to the hoop. He'll head to the line. Bobcats subs in the game. Peyton Shiflett. Lawrence back in. Damian Kissinger and Silas Hutchison, 6'4" sophomore. 1:02 left. As Alexander picks up the foul, and Jackson gets his first point of the night. Second free throw. In and out. Rebound Hutchison. Lawrence. Double team in the backcourt.
Nice patience by Lawrence. Don't worry about it. Somebody cut to the middle.
Alexander. Back to Lawrence. Cats under 40. Kissinger to the hoop, lays it up and in, and picks up the foul.
You were already in the book, son. You didn't need to foul, too.
I have to explain something to you. Once you make a basket, you don't have to foul to get in the book. You're good.
Just wanted to extend it and see if he could get another shot off.
Moeller cannot connect. I know one thing the Blue Devils will work on this week. Free throw shooting has not been good. Normally, they're a very good free throw shooting team. Second one is good. Lawrence behind the back and up the floor. Keeps it alive. He'll take it to the paint. Can't get it to go. Tipped out. Picked up by Jackson. Up ahead, Angler. Attacks the hoop. Left it short. Got his own rebound. Goes right back up. And he'll head to the line again. And Kissinger, a second foul with 9.1 to go. Angler tonight 1 of 1. And cannot connect here. Tonight will be, as they announce it, the Bobcats' 1,400th career win, as Angler splits the pair. Bobcats, second win in a row against the Blue Devils. And a home opener victory tonight, 74-46. Your final score. All of our scoreboard updates tonight brought to you by Search and Construction. We'll have plenty of stats, scoring, and commentary in our post-game wrap-up, including our great clips, great play of the game. We'll think about that. You think about that. And I have a question for our fans out there to think about. You can too. You might know the answer to this. Garrett Carpenter's only the third player in CHS history with multiple 6+ three-pointers in his career.
I bet you I can get a couple of them.
Who are the other two guys?
Oh, just
There's
two.
Only 3.
You want me to answer now or later?
No, you can answer later.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. You're listening to High School Hoops on 97.7 and YPRtv. Back after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, Lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades, we do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
In sports, success is about team effort, and the same is true for your hair. At Great Clips, we save your haircut details in clip notes, so every member of the highly skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. All Well is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya,
Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back to our post-game wrap-up here on 97.7 and YPRtv at Coach Ford Court. Bobcat victory number 1,400 in Bobcat history as they knock off the Zanesville Blue Devils tonight, 74-46. Bill Kafuri, John Valentine here as we hit our post-game wrap-up and thank all of our sponsors for tonight's contest. Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Bicon Services, Great Clips, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons, Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Dutro, Ford, Lincoln, and Nissan, Shriver's Pharmacy, and Absolute One Window Tinting. It takes a village, and I think we had a village here tonight, maybe two, is one of the most attended games that we've seen here in recent history. A lot of blue in the stands tonight with the Blue Devils in the house and the Bobcats. And Coach Logan McCourt picks up another W in his short tenure here with the Bobcats. And the Cats got off to a quick start tonight, 26-11 in the opening period as the Cats hit 6 opening threes in that first period and never looked back, 13 on the night, as the Cats led 38-29 at halftime and then pulled away with the big third period and win this one 74-46. Individual scoring tonight for Cambridge. Garrett Carpenter led all scorers with 20, had 12 at the end of the first period and went to the free throw line 6 times, knocked in 6 out of 6, a couple of threes on the night. Mason Gregg got the Cats off to a quick start tonight, 3 threes in the opening period. He finishes the night with 15 points, 3 of 4 at the line, and 4 threes total for Mason. Damian Kissinger off the bench, couple of points, 2 points for A.J. Lawrence, and Camden Lauer, Jr., going ballistic for the Bobcats tonight with 4 threes of his own. Hit one early, had 2 in the first half, and then a big third period to help the Bobcats extend their lead. He finishes with 16. Rylan Matthews with 6. And then Austin Jenkins, a great second half tonight, knocked in 3 threes and finishes with 13. So the Bobcats with 4 guys in double digits, not just in double digits, but significant scoring. When's the last time we saw guys 13, 15, 16, 20? If you can get that all year long, you're going to make teams scratch their heads trying to defend you.
Well, you keep scoring 74 a night, you're probably going to see that more often.
For the Blue Devils tonight, they were led by Luca Woods, 17, 11 from Quinnell Angler, 2 from Whitfield. Moeller had 1. Jordan Cooley, a couple of threes, 3 for Schauger. Norris, 2. Bryant, 3. And Demarius Jackson, 1. As the Blue Devils tonight, 5 3-pointers from the field, just 5 of 15 at the free throw line. Bobcats, by the way, 13 threes and 9 of 11 unofficially at the free throw line. Pretty good night there for them after. Yeah, they've been a middling free throw team for the last couple of years. Tonight, off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, and should have been a little bit better last year as a team. Last year as a team, they shot 64% from the line, so it wasn't horrible. They got better as the season went on, but this year, yeah, I mean, shooting 9 for 11, they're going to feel pretty good about that. Coach McCourt, look, they shot the ball well the entire night. I mean, it was hovering around that 56% level all night long, 57% in the first half, 54% in the second half. So they shot 55% overall and 57% from beyond the arc. So, as you said, making 13 threes, man, I mean, they just lit it up in that first half, certainly the first quarter. But the balanced scoring, I mean, that's huge. And not to mention The 15 points by Mason Gregg. He had a double-double tonight. I got him down for 10 rebounds also. Now, of course, that's unofficial, but, you know, he's going to be a huge player, and he was last year. I mean, you have to have a compliment for Carpenter for sure. If Lauer can do what he did tonight, boy, you're going to feel pretty good about that. Yeah. But handling the ball, you see that Cambridge has some issues they got to take care of. But, again, first game jitters, and you knew Zanesville was going to be relentless on the defensive end anyway. But to win number 1,400 and to have 4 guys in double digits, biggest glaring part, I think, for Cambridge are those turnovers. They had 17 turnovers for the game, but they had 12 of them in the first half. So halftime adjustments, guys, we got a 20-point lead. Let's relax. You know they're going to come out firing again. Let's take our time, find the middle of the floor, move the ball around without letting it hit the ground. And they did a lot of that in that second half. So that was the difference.
Blue Devils' defensive pressure they had a lot of energy early, and I think that caused the Bobcats to play at a pace that they got a little out of control.
Yeah, right.
And they did.
Yep.
But they recovered from that, and there were a lot of great plays in the game, and Great Clips sponsors our post-game Great Clips, great play of the game. I don't know what your great play was as a fan, but, boy, early on.
Take your pick.
Take your pick in that first period. The Bobcats were running and gunning and popping threes from all over the place. 6 first-period threes, 3 for Mason Gregg. And I'm not talking your foot just outside the line three-point shots.
Usually that's not what we do anyway.
No, there were some pretty deep threes there. I think if, like when you add up your feet of putts at the end of the day, putting, did you have 100 feet of putts? Well, tonight I think they had several hundred feet of threes as the Bobcats knocked down 13 threes tonight. And they are on pace for 227 threes again, I think, after a beginning night like tonight. And I didn't answer the three-point shot question I had just before the break. I know you know the answer.
I think I got a pretty good. I would bet if you poll the general public that are Bobcat fans, they're going to get if I could figure it out.
There's only a couple of guesses, right?
Right.
How many players have had 6 3-pointers 3+ times in a game?
Has to be Brandon Todd and Gino Ford.
That is correct.
There you go.
Brandon Todd did it 6 times, Gino 3. And Carpenter had done it, and probably before this year's over, we might see him do it some more.
A couple more times.
Yes. But the Bobcats hot tonight on a cold and windy night outside. We want to thank Eric on our camera work, Dalton again as our director and producer tonight, and partner, you and me. It is the holiday season. We'll be back in action here before we know it. I think Tuesday.
Actually, Tuesday. We'll be right. I think we're right back here, I believe.
Right here.
Right?
Keep my seat warm.
Yeah, we'll definitely do. It is warm in here tonight. I don't think that'll be a problem. Yeah, Cambridge back here on Tuesday against Meadowbrook. So we'll be back on the air Tuesday.
That'll be from rivalry to rivalry.
Yeah, right out the gate, buddy. 2 in a row.
Final score here once again tonight. Bobcats 74, Blue Devils 46 for the AVC Sports team. And until Tuesday, I'm Bill Kafuri. Good night, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
You've been listening to high school basketball on WILE Byesville, Cambridge. High school basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports.